6. Man Toga, SRS runway, auto thrust is blue. 80 knots, thrust set. 5500. 31. Rotate.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It has been far too long since we've been able to sit down and have a little stream here together with everybody in chat, just going through some of the comments as I was waiting for the stream to get started here. And I gotta say, it's always so nice just seeing your guys' feedback and that everyone's excited to get back on the stream and get to hang out again. Because I gotta be honest with you guys, there's been a lot. I've been really busy, number one, but I've been suffering from a little bit of burnout from the civilian sims. You know, we got so much on the future with PMDG coming, with the Phoenix coming, with X-Plane 12. I've been suffering from a little bit of burnout, so I've been dabbling in some other things on the side and doing some DCS stuff. Some of the members got to see that, but I gotta say here, sitting here waiting for the stream to get started and seeing everybody back in chat being excited just gets me fired up, and I am ready to go. I hope you guys are excited for today's flight. We should have it should be a little entertaining if the weather holds true. It should be pretty gusty winds up there, a little bit gusty here in DC right now. Looks like the clouds are finally parting here. It was pretty gray while I was getting ready for the stream, but we are in a lovely Jet Blue A320 Neo. I'm ready to get this show on the road. We're in the latest experimental version as well. Let me get a couple shout outs here, some of my members in chat. Blue Bear, good to see you, man. RC Flyer, what is up? Romulus, always a pleasure to see you, sir. Al W, what is up, man? Without getting political, what's it like giving that TSA announcement? If you've got to made it yet, Al W. In fact, I have, and it's nice. You know, there's been a lot of, we'll get into it on stream, but it's the whole we're not even getting into it now, but it's breath of fresh air, Al. Good to see you, man. Texas represent. Beautiful day here. I'm getting tired of the wind, though, Al. I mean, I feel like it's blowing every day that's nice out. Fubar, good to see you. David Edwards. Chuck Blake, good to see you. Alfie Douglas. Anon, what's up, man? Good to see you. Jones 68442, good to see you as well. Scott, always a pleasure. Digital Merc. Aaron Hastings. Mysterious Mr. T. Christian Ionscu, what is up, man? Good to see you. Jeremy Harvey there popping in as well. Amazing pilots and amazing passenger product. What's up, Jeremy? We'll talk about Jet Blue here in a little bit too on the way up. We should have a nice little flight time. Should be about 90 minutes or so en route. So it's going to be a lovely flight out to Boston, Logan. It's been a long time since I've been there, both in real life and in the sim. So enough of that. Let's go ahead and get started here. Look at that guy taking off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Rotate. I don't know. I got to get my model matching like XP. XP has some of the best model matching ever. I don't know how he does it. He's like the voodoo child of model matching. He's got perfect model matching wherever he flies. But all right, guys, let's go ahead and get this thing started. I'm gonna hop into the cockpit here. Y'all know the drill. We're in a cold and dark airplane here. Let's go ahead and fire it up. We got ground power available, 25.6 on the volts. That looks good. Battery 1, battery 2. Boom shakalaka. Here it comes. We're going to get this thing fired up right now. And wow, we're firing up the airplane. Mr. Jeff Weber coming in with a massive dono to get the day started. Jeff, thank you so much, man, for a $50 dono. Guys, if you're a member in chat, get some positive rates in chat from Mr. Jeff Weber here. Coming in with a $50 bomb. Thank you so much, sir. He says, sitting here watching from my newly acquired retired MD-80 captain seat. Jeff, you know what? I saw you post the picture of that in the Discord, right? That is awesome, man. That is something really, really cool. I wish, I got to look for some stuff like that. Now that I saw you do it, and then I'm going to be doing some sim reorganization here. Excuse me, my mouth's a little dry. We're at the zoo earlier today, so I'm still like trying to rehydrate. But Jeff, that's awesome, man. Glad to see you in that chair. I guess I can't see you, but glad that you're watching the stream from your chair. And thank you again for that massive dono, man. Very, very much appreciated. All right, as the airplane boots up here, we're going to just go ahead and fire up some of the brightness knobs here. We'll turn these up here. It looks like we had Mr. Randall, 64-year-old captain, turn down all the screens because he thought that they were going to have burn through, but it's all right. We'll brighten them up, get everything going here. I need an old A320 captain seat. Jeremy, that would be something. I tell you what, the Airbus seats, from all the airplanes that I've sitting in and rode in, the Airbus seats are some of the most comfortable seats out there. More so than the Embraer. The Embraer was actually pretty comfortable. I've obviously sat in some other airplane seats. I've sat in 7.3 seats. I've sat in the 80 seats. 80 seats are comfortable. The 80 jump seat is definitely not comfortable. But as far as the actual seats, they're not bad. The Citation actually has some pretty comfortable seats. But the Airbus seats are they're very, very well done. Very, very, very well done. Please do another public DCS stream. Ari, there's going to be a DCS stream next. We're going to be doing a big-time DCS stream for the public. I'll be talking about that later on in cruise. And let's go ahead and continue fire up the airplane because we'll be here all day. I'd love to sit here and chat. We're going to do that here in a minute. Let's get the cruise supply on, ground control on, CVR test. Boom, there it is. We're going to go ADR 1, 2, and 3. Those are online. Now starting down here, we're going to put you into auto. Everything is off. We'll go nav position 1 because I'm going to be flying. Seatbelts off. No smoking auto. Emergency exit lights to arm. Good little pop quiz here. Why do we put the emergency exit lights to arm? What happens in arm mode? Why do we put them in arm? When will they turn on? It's a good little pop quiz question. All right, continuing up here, we're going to leave the fuel pumps off because we've got to check our fuel load. Let's do a fire test. Number 1, number 2, APU. Now, of course, we would be checking to make sure we have both our master caution lights, our ECAM messages, and the fire light down here on the throttle quadrant as well. So make sure you do that. You don't just press the button. You actually are checking for lights, the CRC, the ECAM, and the fire light down here in the ignition start panel. All right, coming down to this pedestal here. This looks good. Turn that out and on, blah, blah, blah. That looks good. All right, let's hop over here. Let's begin the initialization, shall we? Let's go initialization, McDo, ATSU, AOC. I wonder if Airbus seats are heated with power seat adjustments. They have power seat adjustments, but they are not heated. They are not heated. let's go ahead and pull that from a data request. Alfie Douglas, what's up, man? Good to see you back, Chief. Alfie, good to see you here, my friend. Welcome. 16-month subscription. Oh, you know what? We have a, I'm gonna change the icon for the, I believe it's a 24-month badge. And was it, I think it was you, Mr. Ginar, with the badge idea. Somebody sent me a badge idea. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to post a vote. So if you have a good emoji, it has to be emoji size, but for the epaulets, you know, for the ultimate one, I think we're going to have like the V1 status. It's going to have the V1 logo in it instead of just double 4 bars. So if you're creative and you think about doing something, send me a DM with what you got, and then I'll take the best ones, and then I'll put a vote out, and we'll go from there. But all right, I'm all confused. Where are we at here? Let's go ahead back to this stage. Yeah, pull you in here. That's going to upload that. Let's get our weather while we're down here. Somebody say new badges. Carta Joel, look at you. Yeah, you got them. You got them, Carta. You have the double stripes already, so you're already the double silver bar. ATIS and nope, I don't want to do that. I want to do weather request, and I want to pull them all. We do have an alternate today of JFK, so we're going to pull that up, and then let's go ahead and start the boarding process, right? Because it does take quite a bit of time. So that's going to start. We've got 152 passengers today. We'll go ahead and begin the boarding process, and they're going to start loading up right now. Man, the sun just went away. It was looking so nice there. Now we got all doom and gloom again. Nice little boarding music. Nice little boarding music. How about some new engines, Christian? Carta, what's up, man? I haven't seen you around in a while, Carta. I feel like it's been a minute since I've seen you around. All right, let's go ahead and pull this up. What do we got for the METAR? Let's just print all 3. Right now, we're looking at 280 at 18, gust 33 with 2 999er. Wow. I'm going to have a little bit of wind situation going on here today. 10-15, and that one is sync. 999 will put you on constraint mode. Cool, that looks good. Let's go back here to the flight plan page, and I'm also going to rip that out and put it there. All right, we are going to call the fuel check up. Let's take a look at our navigation and charts. We need to go DCA. Let's look at a taxi chart real quick here. So if the wind was 2.9, we're probably going to take man, what are we going to take off? Runway 1, I would imagine. We're going to have a nice little crosswind. We'll take runway 1. That's more scenic that way anyway. Did somebody say Carta? What's up, Slam? Good to see you, man. Been a while since I've seen you too, man. Good to see you. It's been a while since I've seen everybody. Good to see you. Cam 321, always a pleasure. Welcome on board, my friend. Welcome to the stream. This says cost index of 7. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to do 90. Let's do 85. How's that? We'll do 85. We'll align on ref, and we'll confirm the alignment. Now we're going to put in our departure. So we're going to go DCA departure runway 1. We're on the Suki. What is it? Suki 5 to Swan. We'll insert that, and then we're going to join the Roebuck 3. This is actually one of the airports I had a pretty nasty wind shear in. Boston taxi chart here. When are we going to be landing in Boston, perhaps? Well, Boston Center is online. Benny, what's going on, man? Captain, long time no see. Happy to see you again. Benny, long time indeed. Welcome, man. Good to see you back. Good to see you back in the gym. Oh, by the way, guys, little V1 coffee cup here. And if you can, I can't zoom in any farther, but this says decaf, sugar, bank angle. Check. V1 coffee mug. So shout out to the gentleman that put this together. I got it pinned in the chat if you want to download this coffee mug. I just think that's awesome. We got a bank angle check with the coffee, V1 coffee. Awesome stuff. Let's see. Gonna hop on to Boston approach and work you in, brother Hawks. Awesome, man. Welcome on. So what are we gonna be landing there in Mr. Boston? 250 at 16, gust to 3-1. So probably 2.2s, I'd imagine. 2.2s or 2.7. You know, with the gusts, I think I'd rather take 2.2 left, which sucks because that's a long arrival. Well, I'm going to just load up 2.2 left. We'll see what happens. So we're going to come back here. We're going to go 2.2 left, Roebuck 3. Roebuck 3, no via, but we're going to insert and we're going to go off of JFK. We're going to insert that right there. Just filed for 0 knot wind. Zero confidence is low. Al W, what's up, man? Confidence is low. Hey, man, we got plenty. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Ben McMillan said it was... Oh, yeah. No, Romulus is correct. I am on the latest experimental version. All right, so our flight plan is in the box. We got 422 miles. That's good. Nothing to put in the RadNav page. Secondary is not up yet. Fuel, that is one thing we do need. We have 7.7 on board. We're going to need a little bit more than that. So let's look at our OFP here. We got it all in the EFB, which is nice. I don't like this format, but 4.9, min takeoff, planned gate fuel, 12.3. So I do need fuel. So we're going to come here. We need to go to... I'm going to take a little extra. I'm going to use captain's discretion. I'm going to take 13,000. All right, we're going to go 13,000 and... I'm going to close that because we don't need it. I want real time, and we'll go ahead and start the refueling process. So we're going to wait for that to finish loading. I'm going to take a little bit of extra gas. You know, super gusty winds like this, maybe not even for yourself, but for other aircraft, sometimes you can get to a situation where you need...
I'm almost ready to fly in MSFS. Everything but the tiller working. Look forward to every stream. Thanks, Captain.
Oh my, what a monster. Monster dono. Again, members in chat, get some positive rates and bank angle checks in for Mr. Scott coming in with $100 dono, man. Bank angle check right back at you, sir. Almost ready to fly at Microsoft. Everything but the tiller working. Scott, what's going on with the tiller, man? Are you not getting it to work in Microsoft? When I plugged it in, it worked seamlessly. You know, I'll pull up the tiller cam here just so you can see. You know, it works seamlessly, and I followed, I believe it was 320 Sim Pilot. He had a tutorial on the FlyByWire page, and I just did the exact same thing that he did, and I got it to work. So hopefully we can get it working for you, man. There's no reason that it shouldn't be working. Hopefully we'll be able to sort that out. But thanks again for that massive dono, man. Very much appreciative of that. Thank you very much, sir. XP72 also dropping into the stream. What's up, man? Good to see you, XP. Good to see you, XP, man. Hope all is well with the fam. Hope you had a good weekend, a good Easter. All right, we are finishing up here. We don't have any DC control, so we're just going to set our top altitude of 37,000 feet, which seems a little bit high, but 370 is set. We got our fuel. We talked about our captain discretion fuel. We're not going to start the APU just yet. What's the condition outside? I'm sorry, inside the cabin. It is 12 C's, so that's just fine. We're going to go ahead and just chill here until we get our fuel on board. We're pretty much ahead of the game now. Scott Morgan, what's up, man? Just joining the stream and looking forward to getting back into flight simming at some point. Scott Morgan, man. Well, let me tell you what, this is the time to get back into flight simming. As, who was it that asked me? Was that Slam? I saw your comment and then it got spammed away by positive rates. Haven't been able to catch any Microsoft PMDG streams. I have not yet. But I've been watching some clips. I've been watching some clips of it, Slam. And, I mean, it's a no-brainer, day one purchase for me. But I think it's going to be interesting. I'm very excited for it. I hope it will live up to its hype. And if anybody can make Microsoft flight models, you know, make their own flight model, work in Microsoft Flight Sim, PMDG can do it, so I'm excited for that. But we shall see. XP said that V1 Sim is so used to having the printer in the cockpit that he flies the fly-by-wire mod just for the printer. XP, you know all about that printer fiasco, huh? When I sent you that picture. Yeah, 100%, man. You got to have the printer, dude. You got to have the printer. And hopefully, you know, we don't have to change the printer. That would be cool if you could open this out and change the printer paper. We keep the printer paper, fun fact, if I can turn around all the way back here, up in this cabin right here. So this is actually when the jet bridge is not glitching through the aircraft, you could open this compartment right here. Is this open? Oh no, I don't know what I just clicked. But anyway, there's a click spot right here. That's interesting. So you could open this. That's where we keep all the spare printer paper. And there is the rain repellent. Oh yeah, check this out. There we go. That's what it looks like. So you open this. This is a little mirror here, so you can fix your hair. You know, look all good when you go out and talk to the passengers. But this rain repellent looks low. In fact, this looks kind of like a what do you wear? Like a barometric altimeter when you're skydiving. Doesn't that look like that? Like this is a no open zone. This is where you should open. You're getting close. I don't know. That's not what it really looks like. But I get what they're trying to do. All right. How we're doing on the boarding process? It sounds like we're getting towards the end here. It sounds like we are getting towards the end. We are. We're almost done there. Our fuel is done. 13 on board. So we're going to come over here and it be 13.0. Boom. That's in the box. Let's go ahead and make sure it is balanced, which it is. We got balanced fuel. That's good. Now I come up to the overhead. Fuel pumps come on. Seatbelt sign can come on because we stopped boarding. I'm going to prime the APU. What does rain repellent do? It's basically like a Rain X. You can put it on, you know, you have it in your car. It just helps with, honestly, I think the rain repellent helps the most in very light, like tiny raindrops, but a lot of them. In heavy thunderstorm rain, it doesn't really do much. But when you have that real heavy mist, that's when the rain repellent is more helpful, in my opinion. Cam, you're in the same boat. 95% there in Microsoft, all working except the tiller. Huh. Interesting. What's with your last Discord post, Skipper? Have Phoenix come to their senses and added you to beta? Blue Bear, no. I don't, that was misconstrued, but I have not been added to the Phoenix beta. But I've been keeping track of it, man. I'm looking forward to, I guess, purchasing it, which I got no problem purchasing it. But no, I'm not on the beta for Phoenix. I don't know. It just might have seemed that way. But I didn't mean to get your hopes up. Maybe they didn't add me because they knew I wouldn't be able to keep my mouth shut because I'd just be too excited. What's up, Juan? Good to see you, man. Aaron says, is it true that rain repellent is not exactly good for the environment? I've heard other aircraft models have removed it from service. Aaron, it just depends. I think it probably depends on your country regulation. I'm sure, you know, like, if we're worried about the rain repellent, you know, what about the 6,000 pounds an hour Jet A we're blowing out the back of the airplane? So I think rain repellent would be the least of our worries when it comes to environmental concerns. But I think maybe you might be thinking of, like, if it drains and washes into the drains, it could be toxic, perhaps. But a lot of airplanes don't use them. You're absolutely right. In fact, all the Embraers that I flew, they were all in-opt. We just never used them. But when I got on the Airbus fleet, we do use it. So I guess it just depends. Noah, what's up? He says flight level 370 is too high. You have to meet a 270 at news on the arrival. Maybe go lower, 31. Noah, I can change that. I'll go 31. I know I filed for 37, but let's we'll do 310. How's that? We'll do 310 here, and then we'll change that in our prog page. We'll change our cruise altitude to 310 for our final. And let's put KDCA in here in case we do have to come back. And let's go ahead and fire up the APU because we are just about less than 10 minutes to push. Let me turn up the sim a little bit here. Let me know if it's too loud. Where can I get the V1 coffee cup? David Edwards, click the pinned message up on top. I got a link to it. You can download it and throw it into your community tab. I like it. It's got a bank ankle check, coffee, V1 coffee. Awesome stuff. Have I ever flown in the mint seats in Jet Blue, Jeremy? I have not. My sister loves it, though. She takes Jet Blue anytime she goes to the West Coast. She takes Jet Blue all the way west. That's her #1 preference. Chris Stuper, what's going on, man? Good to see you here, brother. Good to see you, man. Hope life is good. Hope work is treating you well. Glad to see you on stream, my friend. I thought the APU starts before passengers board. Not necessarily. You know, we try to keep the noise down, try to keep the cycles down on the APU. Typically, the rule of thumb is 10 minutes prior to departure, you start the APU. But if it's too hot, you don't have any ground air, then you can go ahead and start it early. Pascal, yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it. Heard a lot of good things about DC-6, but... Alright, APU is on. We'll start the chrono, so we have 3 minutes before we turn the bleed on. Let's just make sure we're all good to go here. Let's do a quick review of our taxi out. We got our fuel, so we don't even need that. In fact, let's go back to this page here. Let's start closing it up. Let's go ahead and get rid of the catering truck. Let's get rid of that. Let's go ahead and disconnect from external power. We'll go ahead and turn that off. And we'll go ahead and pull him out. We'll keep the door open until we're done. And so we do want to check a DC taxi out here. 10.9 page. If you're a member, you probably heard the confessional about the violation I had in DC many years ago. Well, it wasn't a true violation. Yeah, actually, no, I think it was. I was an FO at the time. I think that's on the Cockpit confessional. So this airport is, I do have some memories here, that's for sure. We're going to taxi out to runway 1. It looks like we're going to basically go straight out, probably Kilo 2 Juliet, all the way to runway 1. We're going to be blasting off with a nice crosswind. As far as the departure procedure is concerned, so I don't really need the taxi chart because I know where I'm going now. Let's pull out our departure. We're on the Suki 5. Suki 5. And I'm going to make this big here, so we're going to go full screen, go day mode on it. Basically, you want to stay out of P56 again. P56, here's the prohibited area, Alpha and Bravo. Off runway 1, basically left turn as soon as practicable. Max speed, 220 knots. It shouldn't be a problem. We'll probably only be doing about 170 knots at above 1,500 feet. We'll take it all the way out. And I think we're going out to Swan. There we are. Suki at or above 5,000. If we're not above 5,000 by Suki, we got bigger problems to worry about. So that looks good. I'm just going to leave that page up. Actually, no, I got to bring the door page up until we are done boarding. So we're just chilling now. I am not on Unicom. Let me turn that in, actually. Good point. Let's watch this guy taxi by. It's pretty good learning the American way. High winds at Las Vegas. I bet, man. It's been high winds everywhere. Better get me a Boeing cap soon. Look, can you imagine? I just wonder how many Boeing pilots are going to come out of the woodwork when the PMDG 73 drops. Everybody's going to be a professional Boeing pilot at that point. Alright, let me get it back on Unicom. We are on Unicom, 122.8. We are on, and let me make sure my mic works. It does work. Radio check. Roger that. Look at the detailing on the floor here, all the scratches. Alright, so we are just waiting on passengers. That sounds about right. I'm going to pull up the init B page so I don't forget to do that. And then we're good to go. So we're just chilling. Have I heard of United Academy? Is it for young pilots? Yes, I have. United Aviate. Hey, if you want to go to United Airlines, I think that would be one of my #1 ways to get going. Will be that any type of program that can get you in just like that from the ground up. Main Streets, what's up, man? Thank you for the continued support. Absolutely, can't wait for X-Plane 12. I am struggling with I wanted to save this for the cruise portion so we have more to talk about, but I'm right there with you, man. I'm completely honest. I'm struggling with X-Plane 11. I'm really struggling because I know the writing's on the wall. Would you buy the PMDG 7.3 if you knew the Zebo was coming to 12? Yeah, absolutely, Jeremy. I still would buy it. Absolutely. The PMDG 7.3 was one of the first. I had the PMDG 737 before I had the FS Labs.
Rating traffic,
A320.
Jet Blue A320 is pushing back onto Kilo.
Are we done boarding yet? What's going on up here? Oh, we are. I must have missed the boarding completed. Alright. We are done. So they're done. Let's do that. Close the door. And let's get the jet bridge out of here. We got 4 minutes. Let's get the bleed on. Let's get the beacon light on. Jetway's going through the cockpit. I don't even remember where we are. I think we're at Bravo gates. Make sure there's nobody behind us. Yeah. We'll push and start and then we'll get on the radio. It's a junior captain on company traffic. Alright. And here we go. Let's go beacon light on. Windows, doors, and slides are closed and armed.
Flight attendants, armed doors, and cross-check.
Beacon on. Thrust levers idle. Parking brake is on for now. Transponder, we're going to go 2000. And we're going to leave it on standby and auto for now. And let's go ahead and close that.
Issue traffic, here 290. Push it back to gate 30. Issue traffic.
Should have done this while we were waiting to go there.
Flat metal edges to the buckle and pull on the strap to tighten. To release, just lift the top flap of the
All right,
buckle.
what's up, man? Good to see you, dude.
Please keep your seatbelt fastened low and tight across your lap. Even when the
Steven,
signal sign is off.
it's been a while, but I'm back. Enjoy your flight. Hey, Steven, welcome back, man. Welcome back to the stream. I will enjoy it. Thank you, sir.
Cockpit to ground. This is ground. Stand by.
Look at that rainbow out
While
there.
blowing into the tubes on both sides. A locator light on the shoulder will turn on automatically in order, and remember, never leave to rest inside the aircraft.
Oh, yeah, Nit B. Good point, Robin. Good catch there, my friend. And Nit B is done. And we got to do our perf data. Our perf speeds. Just want to see what we got. 34 minutes extra gas. No sweat. We're going to do a flap
Sir,
3.
the bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed, and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
We're going to do 23, 23, 27.
The aircraft.
Even though the bags are not asleep, oxygen will be flowing. Be sure to put your mask on first before
We are cleared for start and push.
Christian.
no one is still closer needed.
Okay, cleared for
It says this thing is broken for me. It only says 13 months. It says 22 months on my side, man. It says 22 months on my side, so it's working for me.
Do you have any questions about the safety features of this aircraft?
Oh, I can't release it from that car. I gotta do it from up
Please
here.
release parking brake.
Yeah. Brakes release, go to push.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start.
Christian,
the engine
you've got the
Yeah, we'll start
proper
in the sequence.
stripes, and it says 22 months for me. So it looks good on my end, man. 22 months. That's. I can't believe we've been around. We've been streaming that long, guys. We've been around for a while. A couple of years already. Oh, sorry, dude. I'm pushing right into this other guy. Hopefully we don't touch tips. Giggity. All right, let's watch this side so we don't see what happens there. Fubar, what's up, man? Do you give hand signals when it's time for ground crew to disconnect? Yes, we do ground signals. Absolutely. Sometimes we'll even have to use hand signals for pushback if the headset is broken. Don't forget to add the Pilvia fix. Am I missing one? We don't have any ATC on. I think we'll be all good. Holy crap. Cartage 32 months. Mine works fine. Says 25. You're slacking, Christian. Carter's been a member for 32 months. Wait a second. So that means... So 36 months would be 3 years. Wow. You guys are awesome. I mean, like, no like. Hit the like button for yourself. Right, hit the like button for this channel being around for almost 3 years.
Please set your parking brake.
And all of you guys giving me continued support on all the streams. Just smash that like button for you guys right now. This is a selfless like button smash right now. We got 233 watching and 71 likes. Let's go ahead. Let's get those rookie numbers out of here.
You may disconnect.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
All right, these guys are done with their monologue. Let's go ahead and start engines now. I didn't want to start engines while we were talking with the pushback driver. But look at that. We got a couple of yellow planes. We got a rainbow going on here. This is going to be a good flight. I got good vibes. We even have Poo Streak taken off of Reagan. We got Poo Streak out here. All right, here we go. Ignition mode to ignition start. We got bleed pressure. I'm going to be quiet during engine startup. You guys enjoy the sounds and smash that like button. Give me some sound emojis in chat.
Traffic, Pier 297, taxi to runway 1 via 02 here. Chicago.
Damn, that sounds so good. Never gets old, man. Never gets old. All right, we got a good start. It sounds like on engine 1. Waiting for the avail light to come on. Looks like we got an overpressure there. Close to the limit. That's what the blinking means. A couple decommissioned Spirit airplanes out there. Exactly. They're getting ready to be painted in jet blue colors. That's what's happening. Looks like. All right, there's our avail light on 1. Let's go ahead and fire up 2. We're going to go out on 2 engines for this airport.
Reagan traffic, Jet Blue 29 is going to be taxiing to the active runway 1 via Kilo 05 Juliet. Reagan traffic.
Jet yellow. That squeaking sound, that was the PTU. That was the power transfer unit. All right, we got 2 good starts, it sounds like. Boom, there's that click. We heard it just in time. I'm going to go tiller cam up front here so we can go flaps to position 3. Let's do it from this one, shall we? Looks like my right reverser is open. Need the speed tape? Oh, don't be telling me that. It's just warping a little bit. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Speed tape it in op it. All right, we got 2 good starts, so that's down. I'm going to arm the spoid brakes. That comes to off. Everything else looks good. Let's go ahead and kill the Apu. That's coming off. Taxi light on. Let's turn up V-pilot a little bit. Brakes off. And
Reagan traffic, Jet Blue 29 crossing runway 4.
all right, what did we say we're going to taxi out there with? Reagan traffic, Jet Blue 357, taxi runway 1, Reagan. All right, we're clear. Let's roll. It'll buff out. I don't know what that van's doing there off our right. I feel like the spool up time has been adjusted in the experimental version. Like, I feel like the engines spool up slower, which is true to real life. They are too quick in the sim, but I feel like there's a little bit more delay now.
29 landing up runway 1. Reagan.
Is this that poo streak out in front of us? We'll follow him. Just in time for departure. Max ranked. Finally pulled you off the DCS train, huh? You come watch a civilian stream. What's up, dude? Good to see you, man.
5549 crossing runway 4, ready traffic.
Oh no, poo streak's up there. This must be the Endeavor. The spool has been adjusted. There you go. Yeah, I could tell just by, like, so I'll show you guys so you can see what I mean. If I bump these up, watch the delay in the actual N1s. See how that's much more realistic. And the reason I can tell that it is realistic is because in the real airplane, when I'm taxiing around, I will bump the thrust levers up to the physical position of approximately 30 to 40% N1, which is your max, but then I'll bring them back to idle before they even reach about 20%. We got a 172 on the taxiway here, so we're gonna go around you. We got a tiller, so we can make a hard 90 here. But that's how I could tell. And before, it seemed like no matter how quick I moved the thrust levers, the N1 was following the physical position, which wasn't necessarily correct, nor did it feel all that realistic. But this feels much better just as an observation. I didn't even know that was in. I didn't read anything about it, but it feels pretty good.
Runway 1 to the north.
Is there a way to show labels with VPilot yet? I do not know. Do not know. All right, we got 2-2 to cross, run runway 4, so let's go ahead and light it up here. I did that wrong, but flight sim. We're going to cross the runway, and then we will do our checks.
Takeoff.
Bourbon policy is that the reverser only gets inspected when the gap is 4 inches or longer. Exactly, Aaron. I like that. Sounds good to me, man. About 4 inches, it'd be a pretty, you'd have some significant situations going on out there, that's for sure. Alright, why did my wife text me to keep an eye on the weather? Are we getting another tornado? Oh god, I'm about to run into this 145. Let's go ahead. Don't text and drive, folks. Let me pull up the actual weather radar where I live. We've had some tornadoes where I live. It's been absolutely crazy. So that's coming off. The strobe light's coming off. Taxi light's coming off. Parking brake's coming on. Let me text my wife back here before I do our before takeoff checklist. What situation we got? There's nothing going on. Well, just some thunderstorms. Al W, you still in chat? Let me know if there's any tornado watches for North Texas. Huh? None of this nonsense. All right, here we go. Let's do a flight control check. Full up. Full down-ish. Hit my keyboard. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Or rudder. Oh, yeah. MFG crosswinds all the way. Full left, full right. Neutral. Looking good there. Let's go auto brakes. Max. Takeoff config checked. PWS doesn't work, but it's on. That's auto. Oh, I'm sorry, the weather doesn't work. PWS is on. TARA over there. And there we go. Love to see young people getting into aviation, but 12-year-olds on frequency kills the immersion. Savage, Jeff. Savage. We all got to start somewhere, right? We all got to start somewhere, my friend. All right, Mr. Endeavor. You can pull up, buddy. The amount of hours that I've spent in this hold pad on runway 1 probably challenge the amount of total flight sim hours some of you guys have. When I was based on the East Coast, I bet I have actual just days of sitting in these hold pads. We'll watch him depart from this shot right here. Ooh, that looks good. Thank you, Jeff. Looks like just some possible thunderstorms. No watch or warning yet. Cool. Hopefully my truck doesn't get hailed on.
Subscriber ahead. Look up.
We're doing a flaps 3 takeoff, Chris. We're doing a flaps 3 yoga. We're getting out of here quick. I really hope FlyByWire can bring weather radar.
49, lining up runway 13.
It would be nice. This Blue Street guy sounds like an actual pilot. This Blue Street guy's radio, 10 for 10 on the radio situation there, buddy. If you're watching the stream, probably not. Do I use the SimSmart takeoff performance calculator? No, sir. Here at Bourbon Airlines, we do Toga takeoffs, and you'll never come up short. And if you do, then you probably wouldn't have made it with the SimStrike. But no, I've heard good things about it, PV. But I like to just go Toga in the sim because I never get to do it in real life. I shouldn't say never. I do it in real life, but I would say on average maybe 3 times or less a month in real life. So when I'm in the sim, let's just go full Toga. Ooh, this is a good shot here, though. This is pretty right here. Would I fly the Concorde? Not the one in Microsoft Flight Sim. Nah. That's what I heard too, Aaron. It's a Microsoft limitation. I heard that too. Fuel is free for Bourbon Airlines. Exactly. Exactly. I don't know why this camera is so dark over here. I have to fix that. How about the CRJ? You know, I just got tired of my honeycomb yoke being on my desk. I've taken up too much room. So I'm completely yokeless right now, and I will probably remain that way until the 7.3 drops PMDG. What is a D-rated takeoff? That's a flex takeoff. So a D-rated takeoff is just using less than max thrust for takeoff, basically to save engine wear.
5549 departing runway run. On the doctor 5 departure.
Oh, he said runway run instead of runway 1. He was almost perfect with all his radio calls. There he goes, though. See you later. Full Toga to experience Boris's work. Exactly. All right, Endeavor's up next. What do I think of the Boeing Dreamlifter? It's a pretty airplane, man. But personally, I think the 350 is a better looking airplane than the Dreamlifter. Oh, I'm sorry, Dreamlifter. I thought you were talking about Dreamliner. I do think, well, in that case, I think the Dreamlifter is better than the Beluga, for sure, as far as looks go. I had a buddy that flew the Dreamlifter. Matter of fact, I think he still does. Peter, yeah, I haven't watched any of the streams live, but I've been watching some clips here and there of what people recorded. We can reset the chrono here, by the way. Boris sounds rock. Yeah, Boris has the best sound set in pretty much any airplane that I've flown. A little tight up on the line, but we should be fine. Brakes are set. He's about ready to go. What a beautiful view, though, man. We got, see if I can get it all in one shot. Look at that. We got Endeavor. We got the Washington Monument. We got Jet Blue. Who doesn't like this? You just got the Thrustmaster yoke by itself, Robbie? And if you say it's worth it? Oh, man. You're killing me, dude. You're killing me. I will probably have... Here's the thing. The PMDG is probably going to push me over the edge. I'm going to have to pick it up. I should probably do it before everybody else buys it, huh? Because I think there's going to be a lot of yoke purchases when the PMDG 7.3 comes. Especially since... Well, is the 7.3 from PMDG compatible with Xbox? Because I was going to say, I know the yoke is. So, man, that's a hell of a market. Good on Thrustmaster for that. A lot of FlyByWire devs watching the stream. Awesome. Hopefully I do some justice here. Alright, Endeavor is about to get out of here. Just Jet Blue A320 Neos in real life? Do they, guys? I know they got 321 Neos. He's rolling. Let me check final, make sure final's clear. It looks clear. Reagan traffic, Jet Blue 357, gonna line up runway 1, Reagan. Alright, we're gonna line up and wait. So everything's coming on. We're gonna extend these, but we're not gonna turn them on. And then we're gonna turn these all the way on. Brakes released. Where's that Endeavor guy? Wow, he went all the way to the end just about. Make the left turn as soon as practical, man. As soon as practical. I guess technically you can RNAV it out. I remember flying out of here when you were testing. They said they wanted you to nav it up and actually fly it with autopilot. See if you would avoid P56. Alright, here we go. So, it's not a super short runway, and we're flaps 3, but remember, any runway behind you is wasted runway, so we're going to try to make a semi-good lineup here. Now, it's always hard to do this without a head tracking device, but we're going to do our best here to get a nice lineup. Matter of fact, I think I even overshot that one a little bit. I sure did. We'll get her back on the center line, though. A little bit crooked. A lot of practice. We're ready to go. We'll give him about, let's give him 30 seconds, and then we're gonna launch. 30 seconds, and we're going full yoga. Yeah, Christian. It's been a while since I had to do like more than a 90 turn. Like a 110-degree turn or something. The clouds are looking awesome though right now. Alright, here comes 30 seconds. Are you guys ready? Let's go maximum yogas in chat. Which window do we do? The river? I think we do the river. Maximum yogas in chat, ladies and gentlemen. Nose forward on the stick, spool them up 50. Oop. Oop. Hold on. Lights on. Yeah, look at that.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Made that announcement a couple times. Reagan traffic, Jet Blue 357, departing runway 1, Reagan. Here we go. Captain McKee, don't get shot down. I appreciate the $10 super chat, my friend. Thank you, sir. Yoga. Oh yeah. We are ripping. Man, Toga, SRS, runway, auto thrust is blue. Oh, 100 knots. Thrust set check, all that good stuff. V1, rotate. Look how fast that came up the flap straight. Watch that wing drop, positive rate, gear up. Flyby. Man. Got to keep that wing level in that crosswind takeoff. Got to get ready to anticipate that little bit of wing drop. Follow the SRS commands here. So we're actually going to let it nav out. Here comes the left turn. Oh, you know what? I forgot my TCAS. When I saw it on the PFD, did you guys see that? It said climb TCAS. Oh no, it's on. Maybe not. Alright, there is lever climb. Let's wait for a positive rate, or a positive trend. There it is. We'll come straight back to the climb detent, thrust climb. Look at that. I'm going to give a little wing drop here so you guys can see the Washington Monument, White House. Oh my, hit the like button for that. Come on. 10 for 10 on the departure. 10 for 10 on that. Oh, there's F-speed. We'll go all the way to flaps 1. Here it comes. That'll help clean it up a little bit. Man, what a beautiful departure. That was awesome. Another hard left here. Looks like we're going to be in and out of some pre-sip. Outside air temperature is 8 degrees, so let's go ahead and get them both on. Here comes S-Speed. S-Speed, we're going to go flaps 0 after takeoff checklist. Man. Kind of all around the flight director here. Oh, I never disarmed the spoilers. That's on me. Hey, we're rusty. Look at those streaking effects over the water. How cool is that? God, I love this sim. Imagine doing this in the PMDG 737. That's going to be next level. Turn down my screen brightness a little bit. That almost sounds like hail, but I think it's just rain, but I like the effects. We'll stay inside here. We got another right turn coming up at Alex, so there's nothing really to see here, so let's just fly it from inside. We'll kind of go to instrument view. We're just going to hand fly this sucker out. After landing checklist is completed. Looking good. I think this is default scenery. Unless I have some type of landmarks, but I know I don't have the airport, that's for sure. Looks like we're out of the rain. Just gonna stay in the command bars here in this turn. We're above 250 knots, we're above 4,000 feet for dog view, so we're looking good. Brighten this back up a little bit. Still going through some precip. What's our outside air temperature is +9, so we'll still keep the engine and engine anti-ice on until we hit +10. No wing anti-ice, not required unless you're actually visibly picking up ice. Now for Microsoft purposes I probably should have it on, but looks like we're about to pop out of the top here. This is where you will get a little bit of bounce typically in the climb out. You're climbing out and you start hitting the tops. That's when you get a little bit of wing flex here. Let's see if we can see it. Okay, it's starting to bounce a little bit. Wow, that looks amazing. Look at that, and the water goes away. Are you kidding me? Man, I am like... I'm all in that Microsoft Flight Simulator juice right now. Alright, we're at 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and lower the nose. We can go ahead and get that off. We'll go ahead and get the lights off. Let the flight attendants know we're at it sterile. Bernoulli says, too bad it's raining. I wish we could see POTAS. Yeah, it's raining and cloudy down there. We'll get the brightness back up here on our PFD. And we'll go autopilot 1. DCA was the departing airport, that is correct. Autopilot 1 is engaged. I'm drowning in the Kool-Aid. I am, man. Totally drowning in the Kool-Aid. I mean, did you guys see that? Like, just the rain effects, and then as you eclipse the top of the clouds, the streaking went away, and we even had a little bit of chop there at the top of the clouds. This is a Kool-Aid sim, man. My Microsoft settings are pinned in the FS 2020 part of the Discord. I put them in there. I don't want to pause it on that sim again, but it's a mix of high. It's basically a mix between high and maybe some ultras. But all right, let's bring you guys back up into the live cam. If you guys enjoyed that departure, hit the like button. Let's see, what's our like goal today? We should have a like goal. We got 145 likes. I'm gonna go for we'll go for 250 likes for today's stream. Let's see if we can smash that by the end of the stream. Right now everything is looking good. I'm gonna turn down the sim just a little bit. Only thing I missed from X-Plane 11 is the replay. Oh, you know, you're absolutely right, Fubar. The replay system in X-Plane is the best replay system that I've ever seen in a sim. Better than FSX, better than P3D, way better than Microsoft Flight Sim. It is the best replay system we have in all of the sims. But this is nice. I like seeing the TCAS. I don't remember seeing that last time, but I do see that. That looks good. So we got him up in front of us. We're 16.9 out of 18. We'll set standard. Yeah, Slam, you're right too. Just the whole camera system alone in X-Plane is the best. Best camera system of all the sims is X-Plane 11. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Alright, close enough. Standard once, twice, and 3 times. Let's do a quick systems check over here on the climb out. We'll go ahead and cycle through here. Chuck Blake, what's up, man? Thank you for the continued support. 14 months. He says, nobody has convinced me how great Airbuses are like you have. Thank you for educating me and everyone else about the wonderful aircraft. Hey, Chuck, the pleasure is all mine, my friend. Thank you for your continued support as a commercial pilot on the channel, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, that looks good. I actually posted a shorts video going back to this. Was it this page? No, it was on the pressurization page. Yeah, so I posted a shorts a while ago when we were troubleshooting some pressurization problems live. So I had to record a video for maintenance, and I was able to post that, and some of the members got to see that. But basically, we had an out-of-sync outflow valve. The sensor was a little messed up. But everything else looks good here. We'll let the systems populate. Hydraulics look good. We'll continue. Our fuel looks good and balanced. APU is off. Cabin's a little bit warm. We'll change that here in a little bit. That looks good. Flight controls look good. Everything looks good. Let's go ahead and cool down the cabin a little bit. It's a little bit toasty in here. Everything looks good. Out to Frost. Let me zoom the map out. Man, we are looking good. Let's go progress page. Let's put Boston in here. Boston is set. 315 miles to go. It's a short flight. I think it's pretty smooth. We'll stand by on the seatbelt sign. Let's observe. Oh my gosh, look at that view. B1, that color plane looks real nice on you, bud. Hey, flying by wire for the win, please. No, man. Here's the thing. I want to talk about Jet Blue situation. So I got a lot of buddies that work with Jet Blue. A lot of friends that work with Jet Blue. Obviously, I don't work at Jet Blue. And I will be the first to tell you that their passenger product is pretty much right up there in the top echelon. I think when you look at U.S. airlines, the best passenger experiences are going to come from either Delta Airlines, probably Jet Blue as well. I think they're right up there close with each other. And then everything else just cascades down. The thing is, there's a big difference between judging an airline from a passenger experience and judging an airline from an employee experience, an employee standpoint, and more specifically, a pilot standpoint. The problem that JetBlue is facing is that they have a very young seniority list. So what does that mean? That means a lot of the pilots are really young. So, and I say really young, I mean, between, some in their 20s to their 40s, let's say, the majority of the pilots. And they have some that are older too, but not like the legacies such as American, United, and Delta, where they are facing mass retirements. JetBlue is not. So when you have a young pilot group, that creates a problem with career progression, because if nobody's going to retire, the only way that your quality of life gets better and your seniority goes up is if you have growth. Now, the JetBlue business model was a great business model for a thriving economy. Post-COVID, the JetBlue business model is, I don't know, kind of we're going to have to wait and see what happens. But the problem with that is it doesn't have any room for growth. There is no growth, natural growth at JetBlue. So the pilots on the seniority list at JetBlue are facing a very stagnant seniority list, meaning let's say you're a five-year pilot. You're probably an FO. Maybe you could hold the Airbus as a reserve FO, where you take another airline that has a fast-moving seniority list with a lot of progression. 5 years in, you could probably be a captain on the 320 in base, something like that. So that makes the airline attractive to go to from a pilot standpoint. You know, you want to go somewhere where there's growth opportunity. You never just want to go somewhere and sit on the bottom and be stagnated. So this whole Jet Blue thing, and Jet Blue buying Spirit. Spirit is one of those airlines that has a young pilot group, but they have a lot of rapid growth. And they've been having a lot of rapid growth. That's what's been progressing a lot of those pilots' careers, stepping up fast, and it makes it an attractive place to go to and work. Now, when you combine the two seniority lists, it's going to be a little bit harder to get those seniority lists to mesh, because you're going to have pilots that have been at JetBlue for much longer than some Spirit pilots, but the Spirit pilots are already captains. And the JetBlue pilots are, you know, the same seniority as probably an FO somewhere. So the whole purchase is strictly for two things. JetBlue wants to buy Spirit for airplanes and airplane orders, and they also want to buy JetBlue for pilots, because the way that the job market is for pilots right now, JetBlue is not really one of the places that you're going to have a lot of movement. So it makes it a little bit harder to want to go there. Now, there are people that are going to want to go there. That's, you know, hometown airline, all that stuff. Then they would love to go to JetBlue. But I see that problem on the horizon for the potential JetBlue Spirit merger. It's definitely going to be a problem. New York Center, contact me on 2532. Awesome sauce. We got some ATC popping online. I love it. I love it. All right. 2532 is on.
Mike, try. Looks like they didn't put your aircraft type in here. What's your aircraft type?
We're Caravan 208.
Let's go ahead and kill the seatbelt sign. I entered the wrong call sign on V-Pilot. Uh-oh. New York, good afternoon. JetBlue 357. We are 30, climbing flight level 310.
JetBlue 357, New York, hello, squawk 7151.
Squawk 7151, JetBlue 357.
Endeavor 57.
7151 is set.
Contact 15 miles.
About to level off at 31,000 feet. Look at this.
Climbing to maintain for level 350.
Which airline has fast-moving lines? Like, how do you know which airline does that? Delta have fast-moving? Alright, so it's constantly changing and evolving. It depends, you know. The three legacies, so Delta, American, and United, were the three that really are having a lot of movement.
Radar contact over MIFO at flight level 310. Clear direct news. Climbing to maintain for level 370.
All right, clear direct to news. Climb and maintain at flight level 370 for JetBlue 357. News is set. Boom, we're going to go there. Also going to set 370 at the top. New cruise altitude. Thrust climb, open climb, 370 is blue. Here we go.
American 2916, plan the ILS 27 right in the belly.
Do I use rudder pedals on every landing or only with crosswinds? On every landing. Always want to be unbeaten. Oh, oops. Oh, well, they knew I guess they figured it out. Tell the FO to use the headset and listen to the ATIS exactly.
320 radar contact is up with my phone.
Guest up here at Boston, 22s and 27. I got 2 in the box right now. It's a sad day for Airbus. I'll just get back to the chat. V1 is about to become a 737 fanboy. Oh, you're going to see me flying the 7.3, that's for sure. You're going to see it. I wonder how fast Southwest changes. Jeremy, Southwest is very stagnant. I know pilots that have been there for 10 years, and they still can't upgrade. They're still first officers. So it's very stagnant. Very, very stagnant. But I will say this, everybody that I know that's a friend of mine that works at Southwest, they're happy and they love it. Even though it is a stagnant list, most of the guys I know live in base and they're happy with it anyway. So, you know, it just depends. You know, if you're dead set on a certain airline and you want to get there, then it doesn't really matter per se. But if you're looking, you know, most of us, I'd say the majority of pilots are kind of like, you know, we bounce around base to base as you go through your career progression. At least this is how it used to be. Now you just get on with a United Aviate or some type of program that can take you 0 all the way up. But basically, you know, you don't really want to get too settled if you can help it until you get to the airline you want to be at. And back in the day, or I say back in the day, not even that long ago, you know, 5 years ago, it was you went to the first airline that gave you a call. That was it. Because you didn't know if you were going to get another call. You would just go to the first one that gave you a call. You'd show up at that class. Now, a lot of guys are picking and choosing where they want to go just because of the looming retirements and all of the movement that's happening. So it's a much different time to be a pilot, that's for sure. Mr. Martini, what's going on, sir? Welcome on board, my friend. Welcome. Big Earn has been an FO for a long time. Yes, I believe Big Earn has been at Southwest for over 10 years as well. I think he's one of them. You know, it's funny, you guys started talking about him in chat. I never even knew his channel existed. And then after we started talking about him in chat, I saw a couple of videos in my YouTube suggestion feed. I started watching them, and I like the guy, man. He's pretty cool. I'd like to see him out on the line one time. He lives in Phoenix, which, you know, I used to live in Phoenix too, but. He seems like a pretty cool dude. But yeah, I think he's been at Southwest for over 10 years, and he's still an FO. So that's what I mean. You know, it's all timing. This career is all about timing. Jeff Weber, what's up, man? He says, I just picked up the Toga Greater Than Flex mode. Cool merch. Jeff, thank you for the $10 super chat, sir. I'm glad you enjoy it. Make sure you post up the mug in the Discord. We have a little mug club. I'm going to have a little mug club section. But I'm getting ready to do a revamp of all the merch too. So I'm gonna revamp all of it, get some stuff out of there, close some items out. But thanks for the $10 super chat and the mug purchase, man. I do appreciate that. I wonder how new carriers like Breeze and Avelo are doing. That's good. So Jeremy, that's the thing. You know, when a new airline pops up, if you're with a first, you know, couple of classes, that is an opportunity to become very senior, very fast. However, you're also playing a very big risk. You know, it's a big risk. So, but typically that's how it goes. You know, and that's kind of what happened with Jet Blue. Jet Blue is relatively new, right? So when Jet Blue first came on the scene, a lot of guys were like, hey, I'm going to Jet Blue. And a lot of them are super senior now, and they're still young. They're still in their 40s, late 30s, early 50s. That's still relatively young pilot speaking, you know? So, especially with retirements being at 65 now. And once you know, the only way you move up the list is if somebody retires or somebody leaves. And typically the captains don't leave. So when you're an FO, another first officer that's senior to you may leave. They may leave to go to a different airline so they can stop commuting, or they may leave to go to a better paying airline. But typically when you reach captain, you're not going anywhere. And the only time that you go somewhere is when you retire. So if you have a ton of young guys in front of you, you're going to be sitting at the bottom for a long time. So think about it as waves. You know, there's hiring waves, and you always want to be on the front end of a wave, of a hiring wave. You always want to be on the front end of the hiring wave. Why the heck is he sending you to 37? Well, I was filed at 37 originally.
415 cross Copes at flight level 200.
Why is it a big risk? This is Jeremy, because a lot of times if you're going to go to a new startup, at least in recent times, you're probably leaving a job that you've been at for quite some time, because in order to have the time to go there, you've been flying somewhere else, right? So you may have 5-6 years seniority at a low-cost carrier, or maybe 5-6 years of seniority at a regional, and you're about ready to go to a legacy carrier, but you're gonna jump over to this new airline. Anything can happen. It's much easier to close and run out a new airline than it is to run out an established airline. So that's just the way. That's just the part of the risk. You know, like when COVID hit, Breeze could have just said, we're done. And then everybody that went to Breeze is now out of a job. And it's always easier to find a job when you have a job. Remember that. When you have it's always easier to find a job when you have a job than to find a job when you don't have a job. All right, there's our 370 is set.
We'll head to flight level 4.
We're looking good.
Delta 292.
Let's go outside for a minute. Let's get some outside views here, shall we? Well, that looks good. What do we got here? Let's get let's see what we got here. A little music in the background. We got ATC on. We got Jet Blue on. I swear flight sims are nagging at part of my brain. It still wants to say screw it and become a pilot. Hey man, Panzer Nick, there's nothing wrong with going up for a couple discovery flights, you know? If you think it's something nagging at you, go for a discovery flight, see what you think. You know? I'll never discourage going for a discovery flight just to see, because a lot of people, that first flight is means a lot to them, you know? They think they want to be a pilot, and then they get in an airplane for the first time, and they realize, okay, maybe this isn't for me. And then there's guys that get in that airplane. I used to do discovery flights a lot. I used to do Groupon flights, and I had people come in, and I had some of the best times as an instructor is taking these people, these young kids that didn't know if they wanted to fly or not, and then you would see there would be a few that would come through that as soon as they sat in the airplane, you knew that they were gonna go all the way and become a pilot, because they just were extremely passionate about it. You could just tell in someone's eyes. And to do this job for a career, you got to be passionate about it. You have to be passionate about the actual lifestyle of being a pilot. It's not just, you know, we'll fire up our sims and fly from A to B and have fun. There's a lot of being gone. There's a lot of time away from home, a lot of time away from friends, a lot a holidays. There's a lot of time alone. So it's a challenging career from that aspect. Absolutely. Then that goes a lot of times that goes unnoticed or unmentioned. But there is a lot of loneliness that comes with this career, and you've got to have the right significant other, whether it's a wife or husband or partner or whatever. If you want to have any sense of a family or relationship, you got to have the right partner, because time and time again I've seen it not work out. Hi from Johannesburg, Keith. Long way from South Africa, my friend. Welcome aboard the stream, sir. Glad to have you on, man. We're just cruising away here, about halfway between Washington, D.C. and Boston Logan International. We got full fledged of ATC online. Shout out to all the ATC VATSIM controllers hopping online today. Much appreciated for that. Much appreciated. B6 is a two-letter identifier for Jet Blue, Trevor. That's my bad. Not to mention tough decision that has to be made on the spot due to weather and other challenges. Cam, you're right. You got that. That'll come in your training.
Echo Whiskey, Echo.
You know, I was just talking to I got family in town for the holiday and for Easter, and so we were talking about pilot life, and I was going down some. Turn this on down a little bit. We were talking about, you know, as an instructor, sometimes just to convince a student to make a decision to do something is the hardest thing, because some people, it's human nature. Some of us will freeze in certain situations, and it doesn't even have to be an emergency. It's just there needs to be a decision made, and that person can't make a decision. They can't do something. And I would always tell my students, look, even if you do the wrong thing, you got to do something, because you can't just sit there and let the situation get out of hand. Whether it's, you know, your PTS, maybe you're on a check ride, you're trying to stay within PTS standards, you're doing a steep turn, and you see your altitude deviating. You can't just sit there and watch it deviate out of limitations and fail your check ride. You have to act. Whether you add trim, reduce power, increase bank angle, whatever it is, you have to do something. Even if it's the wrong thing. Maybe you swipe the trim wheel the wrong direction. You know what? At least you did something, and you can go back and say, you know what, I made a stupid mistake. I don't know how I got reversed on that. I got disoriented. Now you can learn from it. If you just sit there and do nothing and fail, it's hard to recover and learn from that. You have to be able to make decisions. And hopefully you get good at making the right decisions. But we all make wrong decisions. I've made wrong decisions. Everybody's made wrong decisions. But it's making a wrong decision sometimes is better than not making any decision. Do you need to go to college to become a pilot? It depends. It does not hurt, Flicks. But back pre-COVID, yeah, absolutely, man. That was part of the requirement. Now a lot of the now
JetBlue 357 cross news at flight level 270.
Cross news flight level 270 JetBlue 357. Now most airlines don't even require it.
Boston Center 134.7.
All right, news at 270.
November 5, Mike Charlie, taxi Alpha to the Rampage frequency. Good day.
Alpha Rampage frequency, UNSC. Alpha Mike Charlie.
American 2916D is going to maintain 3000.
Here we go. Just auto descent.
Clipper at 12000, the Baltimore altimeter.
Let's see, we're going to be a little bit late.
Clipper
I think this was part of my Jamaica songs. All right. Here we go.
320 cross news at level 270.
270 from news. We're 24 miles. We got to lose 10,000 feet, 30 miles out. We're a little bit behind the 8 ball. So in that case, I'm going to go open descent here. We're going to go open descent. We'll clear that out. We'll get our new weather. We'll do a little bit of spoy brakes. Here's the thing with this Boston arrival. It's going to seem like we're behind the 8 ball. We're late, but getting vectored into Boston takes longer than the flight up to Boston. It always seems that way, even in real life. You get vectored all the way out over the water, and then they got to bring you around. You'll be flying around at 8,000 feet forever. We're on VATSIM today. Didn't some flow programs not require any degree? Yeah. Endeavor, Delta, yeah, that absolutely. I love it. What an amazing and efficient flight deck. Cam, absolutely, my friend. And you know what, Cam? I did this. I had you in mind today. You know, when I got the tiller cam set up, I was like, I'm going to go, we're jet blue. Airbus logo is blue. I'm going to get some blue background lights going on. I don't know why this camera's so dark. Ignore that. My water's in the way anyway. But, I mean, this flight deck, I can't deny it, Cam. I'm right there with you, man. Clean flight deck. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, my friend. Vladimir, what's up, man? Welcome to Private Pilot. Glad to have you on board, sir. Exclamation point welcome for new information on your perks here at the channel. Glad to have you on board.
5380, about 4 or 5 miles south of Pottstown.
All right, let's check this out. We're 12 miles from news. We got to pick it up. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more spoid brake action out. Let's get the latest and greatest weather in Bostonia land. Will it pull up because we're on VATSIM? Does it actually do like a weather request if I do ATIS? No, I don't have the star. Uh-oh. How on earth is my bandwidth too low? That's interesting. I'm on a fiber gigabit connection. Oh well. We're coming down 270. Why is that TD reach still in there?
American 2916, turn left, heading 360.
My wife looks at me sideways when I talk about the Airbus at home.
370, welcome aboard.
Cam, you're not the only one, dude. You're not the only one.
Contact Boston Center 134.7. Have a good night.
34.7. Thanks for the ATC. Have a good one, Jet Blue 357. Two.
Subscriber ahead. Look up.
Thanks for the new subscribe there, Till. You said 34.7, right? Yes, he did. Boston Center, good afternoon. Jet Blue 357, 28-4, descending cross news 270.
Jet Blue 357 Boston Center, proceed direct Pro V, resume the arrival. Descend to maintain level 230.
Descend to 230, and what was the fix you want us to go to for Jet Blue 357?
Pro V.
Pro V, Jet Blue 357, we'll do it. Pro V, insert. 230. We're just going to keep coming down.
29, contact Boston, approach 1.
We'll go open. We'll go ahead and store the speed brakes. And we got a company message.
374, wind 2601, 4 fire. I'm heading on my 2 at Takeoff.
From VATSIM. We're going to print that sucker out. Is there a way to get Delta without going Endeavor?
Yeah, of course. And the Bar Harbor Airport cancellation.
My wife has heard more than enough of my recent love for rotorcraft digital Merc. Mine too, dude. Mine too. Oh, fake pilot announcement.
JetBlue 320 Boston Center, descend to maintain level 230.
Once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for a ride.
Ooh. All right, perf data. Let's go ahead and set this up. According to VATSIM, 24023 gust 29, lots of wind, 29er 67. So let's go here, 29er 67 in the box.
Number 44, one descend to maintain at 3,000, turn left heading
winds 240 at 23.
300, join the runway 28 localizer. 300, 300.
And what is the, if I click on Boston ATIS over here.
JetBlue 357, say airspeed.
We're doing 290 knots, JetBlue 357.
327, roger. Maintain 280 knots or greater until Provi.
280 or greater to Provi, we'll do a JetBlue 327. I will help him out, we'll go 300.
320, maintain 280 knots or less until Provi.
I don't know what's going on with the internet. Do you guys see that? We're going to speed it up for him. We're going to go 300.
Tower 5750, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 22 left, the Boston altimeter 2967.
22 left, that's what they're giving out. That's what he gave up, or that's what he gave that guy. So we'll go ahead and set up for 22 left.
Tower 5750, maintain at 280 knots until Provi.
Roger, we're ready to 280.
So 374 radar contact, turn left, turn direct, pond set. Climb, maintain.
We'll pin this one. Minimums are going to be 216, and then I'm going to go back to the Roebuck arrival here. We'll pin that one as well, and we'll also pin the 10-9
pitch. 4401, 5.5 from Stoda, fly heading 300, maintain 3000.
I go to pin charts, star. Actually, what was it? It was 216.
That was 2603, wind 26017.
All right, so with the gusts, I'm going to go ahead and add an additional 5 knots. We're going to go 134 on the VAP just to get us started. Just to get this party started here. We got 134 on the VAP. We can go up to VLS plus 15. So we can add 139 would be our maximum VAP that we could add. We can't exceed VLS plus 15 knots, but we could go to 139 should we need it. Because it's gusty, you know what? Why don't we consider a flaps 3 landing?
Jet Blue 350.
We're going to do config 3.
Descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival.
And we're going to change that. We're going to go 130 and see they actually changed it to 134. So I'm going to add 3 knots now. I'm going to knock it back a little bit. So we're going to do a config 3 landing. 134 VLS. VAP is 137. That's still a little bit spicy. I'm going to go. We can still go VLS plus 15, which would now be 149. Let's
Jet Blue 357, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 22 left, except maintain 280 knots until Provi, the Boston altimeter 2967.
Descend via the Roebuck 3, except main 280 knots until Provi for Jet Blue 357. Alright, 280 is set, and descend via star, which is pinned here. Bottom for 22 left is going to be out here. So let's make this full screen, zoom it in. 22 left. Bottom is tail at 5,000, so let's go ahead and set 5,000 feet and prepare to do a lot of math because I don't know if we're going to have a VNAV. Let's see. So I got 5,000 set.
Jet Blue 320 boss.
Provi at or above 11,000.
320, what waypoint are you direct to?
Let's find Provi on the chart here. Provi's right here, which is at or above 11.
Alright, Jet Blue 320, roger.
So let's do mental math. We're at 23 to 11 would be...
I'm going to give you some vectors. You're supposed to be on the rest of the routing
12,000 feet, right? So 12 times 3 is 36 miles from Provi. We should start down. So we're looking good right now. We're looking good. But I'm going to make sure we're about 36 miles before we start down. All right. Let's enjoy one more outside shot. Before we need to pack it in here for good. Let's bring this down. I don't like this song. Do something Bostonian. How about... Well, I do like this song, but we'll skip it. This kind of sounds Bostonian-ish. Lauren V 2500, welcome to the stream. I've been debating Verpal or Windwing. Any thoughts? Digital Merc. Look. For what? For what? Digital Merc. I will tell you I have the Verpal Collective Hawk 60, which I'm going to be doing a DCS stream here pretty soon. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday. With the peripherals, with all the good stuff. I got all my helicopter stuff in. I'm loving my Verpal stuff, but I will also say this, Digital. I have the Super Taurus from Windwing, which is also super high quality. I love that as well. Honestly, I don't think you could go wrong with either or, but my personal experience with the Verpal products have been pretty amazing. I'm not sure. I would only imagine that Windwings would be as good as well, because I do have their Super Taurus. But
4401, wind
from experience, I can assure you that the Verpal is top-notch.
Bird 4401, wind 26014.
Going from a private pilot, check right in 2 weeks. Any advice? Gavin Cornell, I'm going to tell you the same piece of advice I tell everybody else, and that is, well, number one, make sure you're prepared, right? Do your due diligence. You're obviously prepared. You're going to be signed off from your instructor, so don't be nervous about that. You're going to know the material. You have the capability to find the material that you need to know, especially for the oral or whatever, what have you. Now, as far as the practical test goes, your flight test, do not let the airplane fly you. For some reason, it happens a lot with student pilots. You get an examiner in the right seat, and they feel like they are now lesser. And they have to wait for approval, or they hesitate. So I'm going to tell you right now, when you're on your private pilot check ride and you're flying the airplane, you are the acting PIC. You don't wait for him to say anything. Like if you're off altitude or whatnot, if you see the airplane deviating from anything that you don't want it to do, you correct it, and you correct it right there immediately. If you see you're getting off on a steep turn maneuver a little bit, don't wait for it to get all the way to the edge of PTS standards. Step in and fix it. Do not let the airplane fly you. You put the airplane where you want it to be, and you're going to pass no problem, my friend. So that's my advice I tell all my student pilots, even my pilots going for the commercial check rides. I'm like, look, you know how to fly the airplane. I've seen you do it. So when you're up there with the examiner, you put the airplane exactly where you want it to be, and do not accept anything less. Digital work, Hawk 60. If you're thinking Hawk 60 with the Plus Collective, get it. 10 for 10. That's what I have. Best thing I've ever done. What time I'm thinking tomorrow, I don't know yet. We still have family in town, so I got to sort some stuff out. All right, so top of descent NATO looks like it's pretty close.
11 o'clock, about 1.
It looks pretty close to accurate. Did I do that math right? 23 minus 11 is 12, right? Yeah. So 12 times 3 is 36. So we should be starting down right about now.
3 for cancellation. See you. Good day. Number 4401,
my TOD?
Roger. Contact
I'm tempted to leave it.
Alpha, or text the ramp via Foxtrot.
We're already there.
Jet Blue 320, proceed direct Provy, resume the arrival.
All right, here we go. Let's manage it.
Jet Blue 320, proceed direct Provy, resume the arrival.
Speed, descent. How does she do? She should hold about 1,000 feet per minute until intercepting the top of descent.
320 Boston.
Which we're holding about 1,000. Let's see what she does. Well, we're right on it. So now it should capture a path. Doesn't. I don't know. I don't know.
Thank you.
It doesn't look like it wants it. It's going to stay at 1,000 feet per minute. It says we're going to level prior. It looks right. I feel like we might be a tad high. Let's see. We're at at 25 miles from Provy.
Easy 1027, contact New York Center 125.32.
7,500. Let's see. I don't know. It's making me nervous. I feel like it's going to do it, but I think we're on our profile. This is coming down. We'll see what happens here. Provy is at or above. Oh, you're right, Lauren. Thank you. You're right. We'll let it do its thing because it's at or above. 100% correct. Thank you, Lauren. Forgot about that.
Center Captain, Blues 35380 out of flight level 352, descending flight level 230. Blues 5380, Boston Center, Roger.
Mr. Martini. Cheers, brother. Christian. Yeah, that's right. I have to be at 11. You're right. Airplane's doing it fine. It's doing it fine. Whoa. Looks like we just had a little bit of wake turbulence there. Or a massive wind shift. So we're going to go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign on.
Center American 658 climbing out of
right, it's an at or above. At or above.
American 658 Boston Center, Roger, climbing tape level 220.
Have I seen the new SAS livery? I have not. I've debated the Wing 320 package with hat switch, Super Libre, but I want the FSprojects one with either Vertical with Thrustmaster nav base. There you go, man. Hey, still as far as the Airbus stick is concerned, I'm still an advocate of. And look, I've even tried it with the Vertical base because I got a new Vertical. I got the CM2 base for helicopters because my VKB kind of went out on me, which is unfortunate. But I think the Vertical is actually better than the VKB. VKB is a little bit outdated now. So I'm loving the Vertical stuff for helicopters, but it's so close. I mean, you're splitting hairs, really. You would be happy either or when you talk about Airbus with the FSprojects sticks on the Vertical or the mag base, but I still give the edge to the Thrustmaster magnetic base for the Airbus, as far as the Airbus
Jet Blue
is concerned.
A320 ball, center line clear.
But there's no doubt about it that the Vertical CM2 base is much more advanced in technology with its cam system and all that. So, no doubt. Oh man, we're looking. This is beautiful. I'm starting to love. This is good. I needed this.
5750. Change my frequency 133.0.
33.0.
This is good. This is a good.
Change my frequency 133.0.
All right, 33.0.
5750 on 3.0.
Take it.
Oh come on, things turn. He's gonna wonder where I'm at. Normally they give you a longer pause so you can do it. 133.
137-4, uniform, wind, 26023, gust 29, runway 22 left, clear land.
137-4, uniform, clear land, 22 left.
And Jet Blue 357, we're on 33.0.
5 left.
Cross on 5 left, 06.7.
And Jet Blue 357, we're on 33.0. All right, there is transition altitude. We've got 2 and 9er, 6, 7. Low pressure, much lower than down at DC, so we definitely flew across the system. 2 9er, 6, 7, which is 10:05. Set you 10:05.
29 fighting 360.
Heading 360.
Set 1, 2, and 3 times. We got 5,000 set. It looks like we flew past it here. We're going to help it out with little spoid brakes. We got to be, he said accept maintain 280, so that means we can omit the 250 at Cran. We're going to hold 280 knots, obviously until we go below 10. But we're going to help out with little spoid brake action here.
Air 57, if you could keep the speed up and faster traffic volume.
Roger, we'll keep the speed up here.
You have to look at the SAS livery on Flight Sim. It's next level. All right, I'll check it out. Yeah, another one that can throw you for a loop in the stars. Expect absolutely can. Yeah, the difference between expects. Here's in real life cam. When we see expects on the star, we actually hard tune those. Just because number one, it'll help with FMS2 coming out. It doesn't really makes that much of a difference anymore. But with the current Airbus VNav software, the way it's set up, that we just put those expects in there as hard altitudes. That way we're already ahead of the game should we get that expect clearance. It's better to be ready and have it there and not need it than to need it and not have it programmed and be high and then blow past it. So in real life, whenever there's expects on the star, we go ahead and just throw them in the box as hard altitudes. All right, so we got to be below 12 and 11 at Cran. We'll give a little bit more spoid brake action. We're coming down with a 52 knot tail in here, so it is hard to do. But I think it's doing it.
You said you're clear off of T3 now?
Clear off a 2-9er on Echo, parking picture.
Why is it on takeoff P50 sometimes says nav and other times says runway? That will depend if there's an ILS coming back to your runway. That you're departing from.
How to do on 25-13.
Because in order for it to go runway track, it's got to track the center line. It's track the back course. Oh, but you mean nav? Nav is if you're on an FMS departure. You're nav'd up from the threshold. It will depend on how the star is coded in the box. But typically, when you get nav right away, that's because you're going right into a GPS nav on departure. And in order to get runway on there, you have to have an ILS on that runway that you're departing from. Because it won't be able to track a runway course if it doesn't have a localizer, right? So think about it that way.
3.1 now.
All right, so there is, we passed that. We're going to go ahead and stow the spoid brake. We're going to maintain, well, we got to go through 10, so I'm going to go ahead and bring back to 250 knots now. 250 on the speed.
Care 57 is going to maintain.
Let's go ahead and help ourselves out here with some lights.
Care 57, maintain 2000, so establish localizer clear out.
Oh, yeah, here we come.
Cleared out left, 22 approach, maintain
Boom.
2000. Care 57.
Blue 29, turn left heading 330.
Left 300, Jet Blue 29.
River 5750, expect vector south, T2 left.
Clear vector 50 left, everything.
Bravo 6 uniform 357, expect vector south, T2 left, maintain, say 230 knots for T. Endeavor 5750, if you aren't already, maintain 250 knots, still further aside.
250, Endeavor 5750.
Bravo 6 uniform 357.
There's 10,000. Lights are on.
Knots for intro.
Flight attendants prepare for landing. Well, that'd actually be done down here. We're at 250.
Bravo 6 uniform 357.
What's the temp? 0. Let's go ahead and get the engine anti-ice on. We won't wait on that. Look at that coming in through the clouds. We have a speed restriction up here. We do not. Cradles between 10 and 8,000 feet. What was that?
Jet Blue 29, turn left heading 27.
Jet Blue 350, maintain 230 knots. Did I miss a radio call? 230 knots is set.
Care 57, runway 22 left, clear to land. Nice job with the speed. You can resume normal.
Coming back to 230. Let's help them out. That might mess up our... we should be okay.
Blue 29, turn left heading 250, intercept the 22 left.
Alright, we'll fade out the music here.
250, we'll intercept the 22 left, localizer, Jet Blue 29.
Parent 7 for uniform cross runway teacher right. Continue taxi via Foxtrot Bravo to signature the trick with the congrats on passing VFR, or make that IFR. Which one are you on? 3? IFR 3?
IFR 5, appreciate it. Cross 22 right, Foxtrot.
He's doing better than I am. I missed a speed restriction. Alright, 230 knots is set. Let's see, will it level here at out star? We're going to test the VNAV here. It should go out constraint star and stop at 8,000. If it doesn't, we're going to reach up and press vertical speed 0. Because remember, we have 5,000 set. Look, there's out constraint star. Now, will she level? She's leveling. Yeah, we might have missed it, but JetBlue 357, we're slow to 230.
And verify the call sign. I showed Bravo 6 uniform 357, is that right?
That's affirmative, but that's a mistake on my part.
Okay, and you want me to call you Jet Blue?
Yes, sir. That'd be great. Thanks.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks.
You got it. That's my bad.
297, fly heading 350, initial vector for the LST.
Ah, there we go, Christian. Okay. So B6 is the 2-letter identifier for JetBlue. Kind of like Frontier is Foxtrot Niner. Spirit is November Kilo, Delta Lima. So I don't know. I never remember what they want in those SIM codes. I guess they wanted 3. They wanted the JBU. That's on me. My bad.
Delta correction. Delta 785 IFR to Atlanta.
Matt Warren, what's up, man? Might be a stupid question, but how do you determine whether a star has a VIA or not?
Oh, 785 looks
all the okay, so you got some answers there.
785 clear to the Atlanta airport, please. 5 departures.
Right. So the VIAs are going to be depicted on the chart, like the filing VIAs. So let me show you here. I gotta go to super. Mysterious Mr. T, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. He says, when you had your accidental slide deployment, was that at Fayetteville? Yes, it was. If so, I'm 90% sure I was on the other side of the field that day. Mysterious. Oh, I thought he was talking to me. Mysterious Mr. T, yes, indeed. That was at Fayetteville. And if you were at the other end of it, that's ironic, man. But yeah, that was probably us. I don't know how many 190 slide deployments you have there at Fayetteville, but that is indeed, that was us. Thank you for your $5 super chat, man. As far as VIAs, so these are all transitions. So you see where these end, Nunzo, Winnie, these are, these are your VIA end points. So this is for 4 left, 22 left, and 27, or 22 right, 4 left, 4 right.
Okay.
For filing. Now, let's see here.
29, maintain 170 knots.
Your other VIAs, here's your, you got Merritt, Kennedy, you could file those. And it would just be like, if you're doing Kennedy, you do Roebuck.
297 to maintain 3,000, the speed of 190.
Is he talking to me? Who was that for? Oh, he just turned off his autopilot. But yeah, it's kind of hard to get into that discussion right now. We're starting to get pretty busy. But descending VIAs, when you get a descend via clearance, you have to comply with all of the altitudes and speeds. If you get a descend and maintain, you do not have to. But if you get a descend via, you have to comply with all of the speeds and altitudes. I'm sorry, that's kind of a bad answer, but we're starting to fly into some really busy airspace here. I got to listen up, man.
Keep the base in tight, runway 22 right, clear to land.
Keep the base tight and runway 22 right, clear to land.
But here's what I mean about this approach feels like it takes forever. I mean, we're at, descending to 5,000 feet. And
29 traffic ahead and
we're still way out. How's our fuel? We're 8.1. We're looking really good on the fuel.
I got him set.
Traffic north of Hanscom.
Not much to see out here, though.
November 1154 Golf.
1154 Golf, Boston approach. Roger. Squawk.
It's the flight number, not the call sign. B6 is the IATA code. Well, see, doesn't it? I don't know. That has been the hardest thing for me to determine on VATSIM, because then Pilot Edge is backwards, right? They don't want the IATA code at Pilot Edge, I think.
So 785, push to your discretion. Advise spot 7 right there.
Roger, pushing our discretion. Call you spot 7. 785.
Here 297, turn 11 at 27.
Ooh, do we see a little bit of water down there? Look at that water. You guys talking about beautiful sim. This is this like. At least I don't see mashed potatoes on it. Exactly. I mean, it looks great. I will say the clouds look much better now.
Jet Blue 357, fighting 35, general vector for the LS 22 left. Descend and maintain 4,000.
Heading 350, descend and maintain 4,000. Jet Blue 357. All right, heading 35. Hey, you too, man. All right, 350. On the heading.
297 to the left turn heading
3,000.
Intercept the runway 22 left.
I think he said 3,000, right? We're going to go open descent. 3,000. Now he said this is a vector for the ILS, but I'm going to stay true to real life here. So I'm going to keep the box as is, because it is possible that they could give you a rejoin the arrival here. So I'm not going to delete my star just yet. Now you probably totally could, and you'd be fine, but in a real world scenario, this with 2 fixes still, I might just keep it the way it is till we get a little bit further. Which it seems like he's just going to vector us in, so I think we're going to be fine. But you said 4,000? You said 4,000. 4,000, set. Thank you.
Foxtrot Alpha to parking, carrier 57.
Good thing I got you guys with me. All right, where are we going to park? So we no longer need this chart anymore, since we're going to get vectored. Where does JetBlue park? I think they park... Remember where they used to park? They used to park over here, I thought.
Speed to 190, Endeavor 5750.
Endeavor 5750, turn left heading 330.
Surely one of you guys will have the gate information for JetBlue.
297, 10 miles from Vocus, maintain 3,000 to establish on local edge.
Yeah, Maximilian, almost like I could use a second pilot up here, exactly. You see exactly why this is too cool. JetBlue is up on Charlie. All right, so we're going to go to Charlie. Let's take it in Charlie 33. So we're going to go in the Charlie 13-ish. That works for me. I'm going to go Charlie 33 will be our gate. And let's pull up the actual, so we know where we're going here. So landing 22 left, we're going to be a right turn off. Hey, if we aim for Charlie, we can go straight into the gate. How's that for planning? We're going to go 22 left, flaps 3, manual brakes, full reverse, and landing or turning off on Charlie if we can swing it. So our LS push buttons are on, manual brakes, full reverse. We're doing flaps 3 for landing. This looks pretty good. I don't think he's going to give us any more fixes. So I'm going to go ahead and clear P-pause here. We're going to go ahead and
turn left heading 270 down
just
to
make
2,000,
sure.
Endeavor 57.
We're going to hit flight plan. We're going to clear Ethan. Clear Kleb. And clear Patrick. Wait, what happened here? It's going the wrong way. Okay, now I'm making a mess of it. How about Wayne? What's my inbound? 215, which will be 035. Oh, not yet implemented.
Jet Blue 29 is off on Charlie.
Jet Blue 29, walk to the Boston, taxi via Charlie Alpha depart, cross runway 23 right.
Get rid of
Alright,
tail.
Charlie Alpha depart, cross 23 right, Jet Blue 29.
Keep the manual lane. Alright, so there we go, we're cleaned up.
70, speed of 190, just to maintain 3,000.
Slow to 190, descend 3,000, JetBlue 357. 190 on the speed, descend to 3,000 feet, open, descent, slow down, and go down. We're going to go spoid brakes full, VFE next minus 10, flaps 1 is coming online, slats are coming out. Don't forget to select flaps near the overhead. Man alive, you guys are on it. Landing flap 3 selected. That's for a Jip Whiz mode. I definitely want to have that on. Thank you. The bots are in. Yeah. Oh, well, thanks for that, whoever nailed that guy. Appreciate you. All right, we're descending 3,000, slowing to 190. We're VFE next, minus 10. Let's go, flaps 2. Left turn 270, JetBlue 357. This guy's turning me in hot.
Delta 785, hold 1.7.
Is there a particular decision-making process regarding choice of manual brakes? Keith, absolutely. In fact, on this approach and landing, I'm selecting manual brakes because I want to modulate the deceleration so I can get off at taxiway Charlie, because that way I can just go straight into the ramp. So
Echo Bravo November.
I'm going to use full reverse because we're in flaps 3. If you go in flaps 3 with low brakes and idle reverse, you're going to have such a high speed over the threshold that you're really going to heat up those brakes. So in a flaps 3 configuration, you're definitely going to want to go in full reverse. And personally, I like manual brakes because I can really modulate how much pressure and deceleration I'm getting because, again, that true airspeed is going to be faster coming in over the numbers with the there's flaps 2 selected. With the flaps 3. Center maintain 2,000, JetBlue 357. 2,000 blue, thrust idle, open, descent. Here we go. Flaps 2 are out. So that's why we're going manual brakes today. That's kind of an ugly piece of terrain right there. This looks so good, though. Oh, replay.
Boston approach, Delta 8506.
Delta 8506, block.
Delta 8506, Charlie 19, getting my IFR to LaGuardia, ready to come.
Delta 8506, clear to LaGuardia Airport by the Pad 6 departure, and it's found. Climb via SID, departure on
Tell cameras up.
134.7. We're going to be signing off here.
And replay mode is up. I will just have to record it, make sure I record it when it's time. If you're only descending 1,000 feet, is it better to use vertical speed? Yeah, but we were I mean, it's, some guys say that. I just go open descent. Why mess around with it? It's my technique.
The 8506 route bank is correct. Advise ready for push. Plan runway 22 right for the push.
We all advise ready for push. Thank you.
Oh, terrain because of the disconnect. Well, it came back. Whoa, it came back and said we're good. So, like, it went offline and then came back online. I don't know what was going on. It seems to have loaded in fine. It just seems like there was a square down there that looked bad. Oh, man, Gus 29er.
And peak 124031 and 2033.
33. All right, let me get my chair set so hopefully my chair won't come off. We're going to put the rudder pedals to the test on this one.
That's 4130 Boston, departure on request.
Alright, so we're 190 knots. We're on a heading. We're at 2,000. We don't need this anymore. Let's go get the engine anti-ice off.
Jet Blue 357, turn left, 240, intercept the runway 22 left, localizer, and check it out.
Left turn 240, intercept the localizer 22 left, Jet Blue 357. All right, 240 on the heading. Intercept the localizer, a localizer blue.
On 134.7 with center 3411 for the swap.
So with the localizer, we're just going to leave the lights as is. We got loc blue. I don't like my distance to redline. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat back just a few knots here in case we get a wind shift. Puts us over that red line.
57, 6 miles from Vocus, maintain 2,000 to establish on pleasure. Code runway 22 left approach, and maintain 170 knots to Vocus.
All right, 170 to Vopu. Maintain 2 till established. Clear ILS 2 to left approach. Jet Blue 357. All right, 2 to established. 170. We're coming back. Glide slope blue Loc Star now. You saw me turn the light on because that was our approach clearance. Glide slope blue Loc Star Cat 3 dual autopilot 1+2. We're 170 knots. We're at flaps 2. We're looking real good. Look at this crosswind coming in here. Look at this crab. All right, time to start recording. Recording is on.
Thank you, and you can go straight in the park. So just cross the T to right. Charlie or Foxtrot will take you all the way in if you want to take it there.
Foxtrot, first runway 23. Right.
XP, what's up, man? Welcome back, dude.
Okay, 792 heavy, boss. Approach vector solid TQ left.
Same vector pilot 22 left. Mechanic 792.
Why did I turn on autopilot 2?
7-5 and trail from the Endeavour CRJ ahead of runway 22 left, clear to land, wind 250 at 20, got 39.
22 left, clear to land. We got the CRJ inside for Jet Blue 357. All right, we're clear to land.
Jet Blue 370.
I'm going to come back a little bit because I don't want to go around because Mr. CRJ is up there. What is our VAP? We are going to activate confirm, by the way. We should do that. Our VAP is 139.
785.
Here comes glide slope intercept, and we're at 2,000 feet. Flaps config 2. So like magic. Watch this. Clear down. Manage speed. Spoid brakes armed. VFE next -10, flaps 3. Notify the cabin crew.
Boston departure, Jet Blue 1067,
we are ready to
Nashville.
Go. Look at this crab angle. Goodness.
Jet Blue 1067, Boston departure, clear to the Nashville airport by the Blazer 5 departure, and then it's foul. Climb via SID. Departure this frequency. Actually, departure 134.7.
Apparently.
Squawk code 3414.
It doesn't like flaps 3? Yeah. Does not like flaps 3.
Copy, clear to Nashville.
What was our VLS is 137. We said 10 would be 47. Oh yeah, we're going to bump this up. We're going to go 145. We'll go VLS plus 10, 147 is set. There we go. Autopilot is coming off right
Copy, to your right, will advise
now.
And it's 792
down to land, clear to land, Cat 3 single.
Verify heading 300.
Here we go. We're going to keep the ILS on this one because of the crosswind. So bird mode is great. You could do bird too, just look outside. But
Charlie Alpha Park District.
When you got a little bit of a crosswind, doesn't hurt to keep the flight director bars up there so you know exactly where you need to be. Now this looks like it's kind of lining me up right of center line because I'm dead on the flight directors. We're going to see what happens here.
750 cross 22 right, taxi via Echo.
Cross 22 right, Echo to parking there, 5750. Have a great night.
You as well. Jet Blue 374 to center maintain.
So Endeavor's clearing the runway. That's good.
500.
A little bit of a wind shift there. wind
Canada
gust.
792 Heavy, flighting 340, vector 22 left.
So we're gonna, you notice we're coming in much flatter at flaps 3. I'll say much, but a few degrees, so now you can tell the difference.
Sub 785, Boston, departure.
Now I anticipate she's really gonna want to float because it floats with flaps full.
200.
One red there. Let's go ahead and correct that.
Yeah, 792
Here comes that
Heavy,
wind,
718
25 knot crosswind. Oh, baby.
100.
Jet Blue 374,
50.
continue 718, 2000.
40.
I'll get you turn here in a second.
30. 20. 10. 5.
Come
Jet
on,
Blue
baby.
374, turn right, heading 190, intercept the runway 22 left, localizer check.
Roger, right heading 190.
Spoilers. Oh, reverse a green. Decel, is that Charlie? I think we missed Charlie. Or it might be the next one.
Departure, Delta 357, IFR to Atlanta.
70 knots. And I really hope this is Charlie.
Blue 357, welcome to Boston, exit right 1 able.
Right, 1 able, Jet Blue 357. I don't know where the sign is. I should have a sign here. What are we on? We're on Echo, I think.
Delta 357, you're clear to the Atlanta airport by the Blazer 5 departure, minutes foul, Columbia 6, departure at this frequency, or actually 133.
We'll go ahead and make sure we are clear.
Sorry, 134.7, 34.7, squawk 347.
And we don't have a taxi clearance, so in that case, we're going to go ahead and stop
right,
you.
to Atlanta via the Blizzard 5 departure, then it's
We'll
foul.
go ahead and clean it up here.
Climb via the SID, frequency is going to be 134.7, and squawk is
Really likes to
3467
float
for
with
Delta
the flaps
357.
3.
No, 37, readback is correct. Air Canada 792, reduce speed to 190, flighting 270.
Yeah, we missed Charlie. We were a little bit spicy there. All right, we're going to take probably Echo Bravo Charlie or Echo
374 is 10
Alpha
miles
to
from
the
Vocus,
ramp.
Maintain 2000 to establish localizer clear out 22 left approach. Maintain 180 knots to Vocus.
Whew. I want to see that replay. Let's go ahead and stop the recording. Replay is saved.
Blue 357, continue taxi via Echo, hold short 22 right for departing traffic.
Continue via Echo, hold short 22 right, JetBlue 357. All right, Echo short at 22 right.
22 right, clear for takeoff.
Thanks, let's coming on. Let's get her into the ramp here. The seatbelt's doing the job with those brakes. So, I'm not making excuses, but I have to adjust. There's got to be a way to adjust the angle of the brake pedals on the MFG crosswinds. I love the pedals, but my toe brakes, I have to freaking like do a super hard calf raise to get max braking. So I need to adjust them so they're a little bit more vertical, so when I go full braking, I'm not over level. So for an example, if I go full brakes on my pedals right now, I go past a level to the almost the other direction. So I need to adjust. I need to adjust that.
Delta on approach, Delta 8506 ready to push and start.
I think I stepped on somebody, JetBlue 357.
Nice strokes.
You want to park at Charlie Terminal right?
That's for JetBlue 357.
Right. Just be a moment here once you get this guy rolling.
Roger that, JetBlue 357.
JetBlue 374, maintain 180 knots, still Vocus, runway 22 left.
Angle is adjustable, Romulus. Yeah, I pretty much knew that. I just need to do it. I forgot. And I never really remember until I'm using them.
Vocus, maintain 3000.
Ooh, look at that guy taking off. Nice.
Maintain 170 knots or less, still Vocus.
Interesting nav light situation we got going on there, but looks good.
Blue 357, cross runway 22 right, taxi via Bravo, Charlie, departure frequency. Measure V1 from Hawks 1326 in the Boston crew. Thanks for flying.
Hey man, appreciate the ATC. We'll cross 22 right. Bravo Charlie, I believe you said. Thanks for the ATC, man. We'll talk to you next time.
You got it, brother.
Cool deal. Lights on. We're going to go strobes on. Wing lights on.
Boston approach, Delta 8506, ready for pushback and start.
8506, Roger, push
Thank you, Cam. I want to see that replay. I want to see my rudder work.
Via November.
The doors verified?
Oh, hey, stop disarming doors on me now. We're crossing the runway.
604 pushback, 2 Alpha, face north.
All right, Bravo, and then Charlie, which...
785 Boston departure, radar contact,
first right, which is right here. Keep on rolling, baby, keep on rolling. Let's go ahead and get our lights off now. Keep on rolling. Come on, baby. Come on, Betsy, why are we stuck?
Delta 785, contact Boston Center 134.7, good flight, we'll see you.
3472.
Forget it, 792, maintain 170 knots or less till focus, runway 22 left, go to land.
Maintain 170 knots or less till focus, runway 22 left, go to land. Maintain 792.
All right, we are Bravo Charlie to park. We're not going to shut down. We're not even going to start up the APU. We'll reconfigure the flaps so we can watch the replay. There's Bravo. Charlie is up here. How do you separate pedals from tiller on the 320? Oh, wow. Well, you got to pay attention where you're going either way. You know what? If you just follow the fly-by-wire guide on their website, man. They tell you how to set it up. There's a video by a 320 sim pilot.
Boston approach, Jet Blue 1067, ready for pushback and start. We're at Charlie 12.
All right, Bravo Charlie, Frontier is at that gate, so we'll just take the gate over there. Keep getting stuck in the ground. Let's see, I think that's a camera thing. When I move my camera and then have the brakes on, it just locks the brakes on.
When you get a chance to verify squawk 1 Charlie.
Copy, Wilden, sorry.
All right, since he's there, we're going to cut across. We'll just park right next to him. Let's go ahead and kill the taxi light. Line her up here. Don't really have a lead-in line, but we'll just kind of wing it. And we're not going to shut down engines. We're not going to shut down engines. We're not going to shut down engines. And to make sure we don't crash into the terminal, we're just going to stop it a little bit early so we don't have any crash detection. Right about there looks perfect to me. Brakes are set. Let's configure full flaps and we're going to go into replay. And let's get you guys into replay cam. And we'll disconnect from the ATC. Thanks again for the ATC, guys.
It's been a pleasure, man. Thanks.
All right, so disconnected. Let's take a look at this replay. Move it forward a little bit. Yada, yada, yada. Right about
1,000.
And here we go. Hit it. Let's watch a couple from the inside. Not that inside. There we go. Oh, I landed flaps tree. You're right. Let me bump it up 1 notch. Hopefully that doesn't glitch it out. It might a little bit. Good catch there, Christian. Yep, you're absolutely right. Flaps tree. They came up. Yeah, that's flaps tree. That's flaps tree. Yep, flaps tree.
From the aisle as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley cars shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating to the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
$11 for 10 would fly again. Thank you, Listerman. Appreciate it. I love the water. Look at that water. So flaps tree. I mean, you saw me bring that power back about 50 feet because I could tell we had way too much energy coming in. A little bit of a flight model tweak there. She likes to float it out. Probably we chunked that one a little bit, I'd imagine, when I was working on that rudder. I think that's a frozen hard butter if you ask me. We're going to watch it a couple times here. Let's pause it. Let's bring it back. Right about there. Resume it. Let's watch it from back here. Let's watch it from this side over here. Oh yeah, that looks good right there. Thank you, PB. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Can't wait for the cabin crew to come through with the trolleys during landing. Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. Gotta just nurse it down, nurse it down. I don't think that. Let's see. Let's go. The outside view will be the ultimate test. Alright. Stow that. Pause replay. Let's watch the outside view right about there. Resume. Outside shot. Get those to restore. Boston in the background. Flaps 3 landing. There is... Got a little bit low there. That might just be my camera angle. Work on that D-crab. A little bit of right main. That wasn't too bad for a 25 knot wind. You know what? That wasn't too bad at all for 25 knots of wind, my friends. We'll resume. Let's watch it again. So we're coming in. I've got the power back now. Trying to, you know what? We weren't all that side loaded. We might have been a little bit side loaded. Probably could have had a little bit more flare, but I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Flaps 3 landings in real life, I won't say I struggle, but they're harder to get real soft landings on. I think it's just because you don't practice them enough, but still a pretty decent crab angle. We had what, 30-something knots, 25 knots coming across the water. All right. Hard knot butter. Frozen hard butter. That's what we have at a road for. All right, guys. Thank you so much for the stream. I'm glad we got to be back together again here on Microsoft Flight Sim. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you may be tuning in from. Thank you to all the mods out there for modding the channel, keeping us, keeping all the spam out. Ooh, that was pretty good on the center line. Thank you for all the donations, guys. Jeff Weber Actor, Scott, many more, Mr. T, all the donations. I appreciate you guys. The new subscribers, you guys are awesome. If you're just stopping by and you like this content, go ahead and hit the like button for me on the way out, if you would please. Until next time, guys, stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. See you.